Hello and good morning and welcome to another episode of the Humanitarian project at Yiyang. Right, I've been away for a couple of weeks in Australia, just sorting out some issues there and some things. So I'm back in the Philippines and I'm trying to organise a bit more of a long-term stay up here to spend some more time on the project. Alright, I suppose you're wondering what we're doing in a hardware shop. Well, of course, us men, we love hardware shops. It's our toy shop, so we love to spend a lot of time here. Alright, so what happened in the last couple of weeks? I left Jamel to make some water stations. So very important. We learnt from the first one that we made a few improvements, and yeah, just don't use plastic taps. That's one important thing we've learnt. But so we're going to improve the process. We're going to improve the actual products that we're going to use. We're going to change it a little bit, but it's all about improving and making sure the next one that we build is actually better. It might be a bit cheaper, but certainly it might be better than the last ones. Anyhow, enough of that stuff. Let us get in and work it all out. Work out what we need from the hardware shop, get all the bits and pieces, and get out to Yiyang probably tomorrow, because my plumber, Jamel, he's not feeling 100% today, so we've deferred the building of the water stations, or the further water stations, by another day or two. But anyway, it is good to have all your staff up and running, fully fit, 100%, so they perform and they work well. But Jamel, he works well all the time. Alright, so yeah, tomorrow we're going to get Yiyang, take all the parts out and get into the other water stations. Alright, and then we can move on to some more exciting parts of the project. Alright, let's go and get our parts. Okay, that didn't take too long. The staff here are mega experienced at their job, and they're really casual and they're friendly, and we have a bit of a joke or two as well. But what we've done, we've bought these posts here. These look wood, they're actually are plastic, but they don't have the other posts here, or not many of them. And I thought I'd go for this. It's a bit cheaper. Actually, it's a lot cheaper actually, and I think it will fulfill the job. We don't need a really high post. We make sure it's hollow, which this is. Yeah, it's hollow. So that's our water posts. Okay, we've got bits and pieces here, some T-intersections. What are these, reducers? All right, we've got our forceps or our taps, and yeah, we're going to use these taps again, economy, and also they're brass, they're solid brass. I hope people don't knock them off once they're installed. But look, I'll take that risk. They are considerably cheaper than what we've been looking at here, so I'm going to go this option, and they look very durable. And guess what? Made in the USA. Yeah, it's got to be good. All right, so we're throwing in 5 of those and some PVC cement. All right, a few elbows. All right, so yeah, it's good to design all this thing. We don't have the gate valve here. They don't have any of those, so I've got to go to another hardware shop to get the gate valves. That's to isolate the water stations. So yeah, we've got our bits and pieces, and we'll get our PVC piping closer to the source, because I have trouble getting them through the checkpoint, and I'll get the other guys to get it through the checkpoint because they're locals and they can just explain what's going on. Alright, so let us jump in the car, and we'll get out to Yiyang tomorrow. Alright, good morning, and yes, it's the next day, and we're at Alvin's, of course. Yeah, why not? The strategy centre, planning the next attack on the village. Actually, it's not an attack really, it's all about making sure they have the water systems in place. Alright, so yesterday when we, at the hardware, we bought a couple of things. Jamel, my plumber, is getting the rest of the hardware right now, the gate valves and some piping. But Alvin and I are just looking at how we're going to fix the posts that I bought. These posts are like a plastic post, but they're a reinforced plastic, and they're for outdoor use. And Alvin's already at work. So we got the post here. We're going to put the tap on here. We're going to drill a hole in there. It's a nice little unit, this. I like these. I just hope they're long enough. So what we're doing is just biting for these screws, for some screws. We're going to put a screw in each side, so that gives it actually a bit of grip in the concrete when we lay the slab. The other posts I had had a base on, so we actually put them right through, and then concrete around them. But this is a slightly different, more, I suppose, more complex design. But I tell you what, it's a cheaper design, and if it works, it's going to save us a lot of money. And aesthetically, it looks quite nice. It looks very natural as well. It looks like wood, actually. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to report. Alvin's already done one. He's an efficient worker. We don't need any drills. We just thought we'd just tap it in and screw it in. And we've got the first one in already. And Alvin's going for the second one. We're going to have this knocked off in no time at all. And it's good watching other people do the work. I think you're losing the drill bit. All right, success. We got a big hole. But it needs to be bigger for the tap. That's where the tap's going. All right. This is the next idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Grind it.
Grind it away to size.
Okay.
So
Nakapalagay mo.
yeah.
Long way to go.
Yep. Yeah, well, I've got to admit, we are a little bit tripped up here. We actually don't have the right tools to put the holes in this post. We're working on the big one. It's got to be a big hole, and we just don't have the right equipment. But we're making do. So here, this is the situation that we've got. We've got a hole.
And we need to make it bigger.
This is the Philippine, actually, this is just normal way that we do things, and we don't have a drill bit that's big enough. Yeah, we don't have problems, we have solutions. That's what it's all about. We are custom making each hole, each tap hole. Yep, with Alvin at the helm here. He's just got to get his hands dirty all the time. Actually, I think we go the hard way because he enjoys that, you know, the challenge of, you know, solving problems. I could have gone and got a bigger drill bit.
Yeah, and you have to travel 21 kilometers.
I've got to travel 21 kilometres. And this is a toss-up between, does each one take 30 minutes to do this way, which will be 3 hours worth, or do I drive 45 minutes into Kappa, get the drill bit, drive 45 minutes back out again, petrol, you know, it's a toss-up and decision time. But we're going to keep going with this because that's our only option at the moment, and I think that's how we're going to do the whole 6 of them.
Yeah.
It's looking good. Gotta love custom-made things, yeah. Yes, I wanted to elaborate on the particular posts or columns we're using. It's Evo wood, okay. Now, drilling down into this product is pretty amazing. A WPC wood plastic composite material. You can drill it, you can cut it, you can sand it, you can grind it. It is termite proof, well resistant. It's certainly rust resistant. And it's just a great product, and we're using it, and I'll see how it goes. And it's very, very strong by the feels of it. All right. Okay, I've got to say the boys have done a great job here. There's the hole for the tap. I'll just show you in a bit of light. Hole for the tap. We've got our spikes in, or our screws in, to give it grip in the concrete, and we stick it in the wet cement. All right, and there they are, all done. Yep. All right, we are loading up everything. We may prefab them here. I'll just ask Jamel, because we do have to put things in like this and plumb it up. You know, put some length of pipe, 1/2 inch pipe in there, in each one, and do a few connectors. Anyway, I'll let the guys work that out, but yeah, it is happening, and it's only been like an hour and a half, so we've sorted that one out. Okay, we've made our way to Young, and this is actually a little bit exciting for me because I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, and I let Jamel let loose on those water stations, and he's put in I think 4. So this is my first opportunity actually seeing them working. So I found the first one, and hi, hello, everyone's using it. We're getting a little bit of runoff down here, but everyone is filling up their containers. This makes me feel so good. Actually, it's quite touching to see all the kids involved in the water. They love the water, they need the water, and I tell you what, it makes me very relieved that it's taking me so long to get the water here. Anyway, Matt. And we'll go and look at the other water stations. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna go and look at. Yours? Yeah, okay. It's her place over here that she's saying, and they're very appreciative of what I've done here. All right, let's go and have a look at the other couple of other water stations. Okay. But yeah, they're having a lot of fun here. Okay, coming up to water station number 2 here. It's a little bit away from the main part of the village, but it's on the outskirts of the village. But it is servicing a lot of homes here. As you can see, quite a good sized home here. Yeah, there's one up here, there's one down there. But yeah, this is another slab they put down. And also the isolation here, the gate valve. So that's all working pretty well. And it's nice and wet. Not getting a lot of drainage, a bit of pooling here. So it's probably not a major issue. But yeah. Alright, it's working pretty well. Alright, let's go and have a look at the third station. Up this way somewhere. Okay, coming to the third water station here. And getting a bit of runoff, and this is what I exactly wanted to improve, and I thought drainage might be something that I should consider. I actually did, but I decided against it. But people are using it to wash things, not just collect water. But here it is. So yeah, I probably might make a drain system here for this runoff, this water runoff. Anyhow, we've got some good flow there. Oh gosh. Okay, you can clean that one up. Too good. All right. Yes, I'm doing a bit of quality control. I've got to make sure that all gets cleaned and it looks really good, because it's just not good enough for me. I'm a really hard person to please. You know, when I come to the village, I feel like the Pied Piper. Because like, hey guys, or girls, hey. Yeah, I just travel around with my entourage here of kids, just following me wherever I go, imitating me, whatever I do. They're actually fascinated with things. But I've got a job to do here, and this is part of it. And we've got Jan down here. So this is where the next water station's going. I haven't found the fourth one, but it's somewhere around here. But the important thing is, I just want to show you guys the logistics of rolling out a water network in a village like this is quite challenging. So I'm glad I've got Jan, and I'm glad I've got Jamel to help me with all this work. Because this is it's a spread out village, so you got to move the water stations, or get the water stations spread out quite well. But you got to connect them also up to the main supply, and that's always a challenge. Anyway, we got another water station going in here, and they've already dug the trench up here. Let's take you up to where we're connecting it to. All right, so let's walk going on here. It's a really good ground to dig up. It's like a clay sand, but it's quite firm. But you can dig it up really easily, and then just put it down. Okay. Yeah, and you just lay whatever you want to lay down, and throw it all back in, and it compacts down like really well. Anyway, the train's going along here. and it's going to hook up to the main supply here, where we probably need a tea. Do we buy a tea?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Yes. Jamil says we've got a tea. We did forget a couple of other things, but they're minor things. So it's all good. As the kids just absolutely surround me, they're fascinated with what I'm doing. And yeah, I mean, it's just something different, I suppose, that they're not used to. Okay, we're going to connect it up to the main pipe there, and that runs down to our next water station. All right, hopefully we'll get 2 done today. Oh, they're happy people here. All right, I had to ask Jamil where the 4th water station was because I couldn't actually remember, but it's over here. It's next to the basketball court. It's a good location because the kids, after a hard day working at basketball or mucking around playing, they need the water here. Here it is there. Okay. I just can't do anything today without these kids around. But that's alright, I don't mind kids. They're cute. But yeah, that's a nice water station. Still got the wood around it. It's alright. Still got the kids on it. And I may have to fix that too. Just fill this in. I'll put a cap on that. I like things to be neat and tidy and looking good. But that's a nice. Oh, actually, it's not even connected up. Well, we've got the isolation valve. Okay. It's okay. The kids have been playing with the isolation valve. All right, just to prove to you, we did get this working all right. So it's working pretty good. I'm liking the water. And it's just the isolation valve was nice and tight. Good. Okay. But actually, we'll leave that on. All right, that's the 4 water stations. Okay, before we install one, I just thought I'd just grab a completed one just down here. All right, so that's what we're doing. Got the tap in the post. Got it connected through down there. So now all we do is get the framework up for the concrete slab. Lay the slab, whack it in, and yeah, prop it up and wait till it dries, and then connect the plumbing up. Actually, you can probably connect the plumbing up as the concrete's drying. That shouldn't be a hard job, and yeah, these guys have done it many times before. Yeah, but that's the new design. That's the new look. A slightly shorter post, a nice brass tap. They call it a faucet, and yeah, it's going to work quite well. These kids are fascinating. They're looking at my legs and they're studying every part of my legs and my shoes and my socks. They're pointing at things. I'm not sure exactly what. They're such inquisitive kids here, and they're so clingy they just won't let you go. I think they like the camera too. Yeah, I mean, this vlog was supposed to be about water stations, and it is about water stations, but it's also about the village and about the kids and about the challenges that I have doing work in this area. It's really not really a challenge after all. It's a lot of fun actually, and the kids just add that extra element of unpredictability about your day, and a fair bit of entertainment too. I wonder what that was sussing out on my legs. I'm really not sure. Maybe hair. I mean, they don't have hair on their arms and legs, but I do. So it's probably strange to them to see hair growing out of legs and arms on human beings. You know. Got some preening going on here. Yeah, it's all about the kids. There's so many kids in this village. I'll tell you what, they don't cry. They're always happy, and well, it doesn't take them much to be happy. But the life they lead is quite restricted in a lot of areas, and that. I'm sure they're getting education, and that's probably the most important thing. And their health is pretty good. But I tell you what, they are happy. Did you see that one? Yeah, how are happy? Yeah.
Happy girl.
Yeah, happy. And learning English at a very young age. Right, water station number 5. We got going. This is the new design, the new post, ready for the concrete to go in. We've just got to connect up the gate valve, the isolation connections. Well, actually, I mean, you can just throw it all in, you know, and do it all at once. But it's ready to go, ready to throw the concrete in, and they've already started mixing it up here. Just add water. That's all we're going to do. And we've got plenty of that around here these days. Okay, so after looking at all the water stations, I do see a couple of issues. And you know, during the planning phase, I could see issues of drainage coming into the picture here. And definitely with this particular water station, we have a major drainage issue, which I'm going to resolve while I'm up here, rolling out the other water stations. Because I've always needed a draining network, I suppose you could say, because I want to increase the facilities here to not just water stations like this, but to laundry facilities where you have to get rid of the grey water, and you can't just dump it in the street or on the lane like this. So this is the issue. People are using that. The water's running down here, and it's going across, and it's going right next to this house. And over time, this is going to carve it out, and it could undermine some of the house foundations. So yeah, I'm going to do something about this, because I just don't want to be left with another problem. I've solved a problem with the water, but I don't want to create another problem with the wastage or the runoff of the water. Okay, all little improvements, but you've got to always look at things like that when you design something, when you build something. You've got to go back and look at what you can do better and how you can do it better. So that's what I'm all about, making sure, and we don't cause other problems by solving a problem. Okay, but yeah, drainage system is at the top of my list after the water stations. Yeah, so back at water station 4, where we've got the drainage problem around the back of that house. So yeah, I've already looked at a path. I've already had a chat to Jamel. We're going to hook it up like a 2-metre drainage network. We're going to commence it here, because this is what it needs right here as soon as possible. And we're going to connect it up down over here. Now this goes down to station number 5 that we're building, water station number 5 that is. So we're going to use existing trench work. We're going to lay inlet or water pipe to service the water station, and I might use the same trench and put in like a 2-inch diameter pipe for a drainage system. Now, drainage system, I think I mentioned, is critical, and I probably should have built it into all the slabs. However, it's so hard to do all that forward planning. But I did make provisions with a T intersection off the main pipe, which is this one here. And the T intersection will allow us to, instead of digging it up, put a T intersection off, creating another water feed for a laundry tub. Yep, that's what I want to do, a laundry tub. So I want a laundry tub set up at each water station or close to the water stations. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to set one up here. So I don't exactly know where it's going to be, but that's for another day. But I do want to make sure I solve the problem of drainage first before I go and start putting in laundry facilities. That will change the way these guys live considerably, because they've got to go down and fetch the water, or they've got to take all their clothes down to the pump, the manual pump, and bores to get all the water out. So if they had a laundry facility here, a laundry tub, and a little wash area they could wash their clothes on, I reckon they'd love that. But they've got to get rid of the wastewater somehow, and we just can't just dump it out, you know, around the village. So here we're going to use the drainage system. So that is next on the drawing board, and yeah, looking forward to that one, because drainage is just as challenging as water distribution or water supply. Probably even more challenging, because you've got to get the right flow and the right you the right angles, right gradients, I should say. All right, Jamil's finished the gate valve installation. I'll just show you that. Now he's connecting up the main water pipe there. That goes up to the tank. And he's got to lay, obviously, the rest of the piping to connect up to the... It's actually, the connection is up at station number 4, water station number 4. So that's where I've got to connect to. But it's good, I'd say it's probably 30, 40 metres away. So we've got to connect up several of these lengths of blue 1-inch piping. They come in 3 metre lengths. Easy to manage. They can come in big rolls, but we're going for this configure, or this particular material. It's a bit more robust than the ones in the roll, and it's just as economical, but it does a better job. All right, just going back to the last final touches. Jen's doing perfectionist. That's what we like. Might as well take a little bit of extra time to do a good job. And it looks really good. Now, I haven't seen this before. Jen's mixed up another bit of concrete. It's really sloppy concrete, and he's just applying it to the partially dried slab. I'm not sure what he's up to. I can't ask him because I can't speak his language, so I just have to watch and observe. But he's up to something that I'm not sure of. Oh, I think it makes it smooth. Yeah, it makes it smooth. Look at this. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, well, I assume the concreters know all the little tricks in the book to get all sorts of different styles of concrete laid. But yeah, I haven't seen that one before. I like it. It's actually a rounded edge, so it's a bit safe. It's not as sharp. I like it. Right, okay, before I finish up with this water station episode, I just wanted to come down to the bore to see what's going on down there, and I also wanted to see what Alvin had built around the pump. So I have noticed a huge difference already. I'm currently down exactly right near the old bore, the manual bore, and look, it's a bit wet there, but as you can see, it's dry, pretty dry here. The track going up and down to the bore is getting overgrown. So, you know, that tells me one thing, that no one's using it. And, well, I mean, a handful of people might be using it that are close by, but because we've got our water stations up there, they're starting to use this a lot less down here. So it's drying up a lot, and that's a really good sign. I really don't want people coming down here and washing here and doing their clothes. I'd rather than do it up there at the water stations, where we're actually going to put in some drainage in a few of them. But the important thing is to get the water up there instead of them coming down here. Anyhow, we'll go to the pump. We'll see what Alvin's built. Whoa! It's a significant structure here. Yep, pretty solid. I must admit, here in the Philippines, they're quick to make these sorts of things. And look, who's after aesthetics when functionality is all you're after in a village like this? That is good. That is secure. The good old tin roof, can't beat it unless you cut yourself on it and it's rusty. So yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. But look, you know, you're just stupid if you do. But I am impressed, I am happy, and we might actually put a proper roof on that. Yeah, I think we will put, even though it is caged, padlocked. All right, another little job, but not a problem really. We got water. Okay, it is up to wrap up the vid because we've got other important things to do today, and that's work out drainage and also a laundry tub, because I have seen one, I got my eye on one, and I wouldn't mind getting one in very, very soon to trial it out, see how it goes. Well, okay, that is enough of the water stations. We've rolled out number 5 here. It's great. We're going to move to the other side of the village tomorrow and do 5 over there as well. So we'll have 10 total throughout the village. And but tomorrow also I want to start discussing, you know what? Yeah, drainage. Okay, well, we've done a lot. We've achieved a lot in the last 2 weeks, or the guys have, with the water stations. I'm very happy with how they've turned out, so we can just roll out the rest of them without any drama. We know exactly what to do. Okay, so there's only one thing left to do, and that is to sign off for this episode and tell you guys to get out there and live your dreams. That is the most important thing. And consider living other dreams for other people as well, because they've got their dreams that they want to fulfill as well. Anyhow, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, and maha kita. Yes, I love you. Bye.
Live your dreams.